Hello everyone. I'm Yana from Susan's family. Today I'll teach you the crochet method for the 9-colored Deer King from Chinese Aesthetics series, made with high-quality yarn. It's delicate and finely crafted overall. Combined with colorful beads and decorative elements, it looks vibrant and eye-catching, elegant and luxurious. Whether as a decorative piece to accent your space, or as a gift, it's a great choice. The crochet method is simple and easy to learn. If you want to purchase the original material kit and receive crocheting guidance, please search for the shop on Taobao, Susan's family. Direct link to the shop. Now let's get started. This doll is made up of 2 parts, the main body and accessories. The main body includes the head, ears, the neck, the body, the belly, legs, and the tail. The accessories include the antlers, facial features, the scarf, decorative elements, and the blanket. First, complete the main body, then make and attach the individual accessories. First, learn the crochet method for the main body. Start by learning the crochet method for the head. Look at the chart. In the pattern chart, the round number column is labeled as R plus number. The total stitches column is shown as total stitches. Indicates all the stitches worked in that round. Shows the total number of stitches after completing that round. The stitch instructions column indicates the stitch techniques needed when crocheting the current round. It also shows where increases or decreases are required. This toy is crocheted using the X stitch. From now on, we'll simply refer to it as single crochet. In the chart, the stitch symbol X stands for single crochet, B for single crochet increase, and A for single crochet decrease. Below, please watch my demonstration of the specific crochet method. To make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'm using thick yarn for this demonstration. The color is random. For specific yarn details, color schemes and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product, and the paper instructions. Since it's crocheted in spirals, the rounds can be hard to distinguish. It's important to mark the first stitch while crocheting. So before you start crocheting, cut a piece of yarn in a color different from the head, about 15 centimeters long. I've already prepared them in advance here. Separate the strands, and take out 2-3 strands and leave it aside. Then cast on. The foundation stitch in the chart is magic ring, which indicates the starting method is the magic ring technique. Pick up the yarn tail with your right hand, wrap it around your left index finger twice. Now there are a total of 3 strands on your left index finger. Use your right thumb and index finger to pinch the overlapping part of the loops. Take it out. Then wrap the yarn tail around your left little finger once. Pass it through between the middle finger and index finger. Transfer the loop to between the thumb and middle finger of your left hand. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. The crochet hook moves between these 2 points. Insert into the loop. Position the hook to the left side of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. There is now 1 loop on your hook. Make another chain stitch to secure. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. 1 chain stitch is completed. The magic ring is completed. Now let's crochet the first round. R1 is 6x. The number before the X tells you how many single crochets to make. This means into the magic ring loop, crochet 6 single crochets. Start with the first stitch. Insert into the magic ring. Position the hook above the yarn tail. Pull the yarn through. Now, there are 2 loops on your hook. Position the hook in front of the yarn tail. Yarn over counterclockwise. Draw the yarn loop through both loops on the hook in one motion. 1 X stitch single crochet is completed. The braid at the top right corresponds to the stitch. It's the 2 strands forming a V shape. Move on to the second stitch. Insert into the large space. Place the hook above the yarn. Pull the yarn through. Position the hook in front of the yarn tail, yarn over counterclockwise, draw through both loops on the hook in one motion. The second single crochet is completed. You need to make 6 stitches in this round. Repeat this process. Keep crocheting downward. Before pulling the yarn through, always keep the hook above the yarn tail. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The fifth single crochet. The sixth single crochet. Once completed, let's close the magic ring loop. There are 2 loops here in total. First, gently pull the yarn tail. You'll see one loop is movable. Tighten the movable loop first. There's 1 loop left. Simply pull the yarn tail tight. Like this, the loop is closed properly. The stitch in the chart is now completed. Since we're crocheting in spirals, each round, just crochet the stitches shown in the chart. Like this, round 1 is completed. Move on to crochet round 2. Our 2 is 6V, which means in each of the 6 stitches from the previous round, work a single crochet increase. Crochet 6 of them in a row. Before crocheting, mark the position of the first stitch. Take the yarn tail from earlier, place it in the middle position between the first and last stitch. In the adjacent stitch on the left side, crochet the first single crochet increase. Insert into both of these 2 strands. Work 2 single crochets inside. When crocheting, place the starting yarn tail over the hook. Weave in the ends as you go along. 1 stitch. 2 stitches. The single crochet increase is completed. Continue making a single crochet increase in the next left stitch. Don't forget to weave in the yarn tail. 1 single crochet. 2 single crochets. The second single crochet increase is completed. In this round, you need to crochet a total of 6 single crochet increases. The remaining 4 all follow the method of working 2 single crochets into each stitch. Keep crocheting until you reach the stitch position on the right side of the yarn tail. After completing the last single crochet increase, check the stitch count. Start counting from the stitch on the left side of the yarn tail. 1 stitch. 2 stitches. 3 stitches. 11 stitches. 12 stitches. There are 12 stitches in total in this round. It's marked in the corresponding chart. I won't explain it again later. The excess yarn tail from the starting chain can be trimmed off directly. Handle the marked yarn tails after they're all completed. The second round is done. When crocheting in spirals, it's normal for the beginning and end to have a height difference. Continue crocheting the third round. Our 3 is XV *6. The parentheses here indicate a group. The *6 means to repeat the group 6 times. Place the yarn marker from back to front between the first and last stitch. First, work a single crochet into the left stitch. Then work a single crochet increase into the next stitch. The XV is done. Let me demonstrate again. First, work a single crochet. Then work a single crochet increase. This is the second time. This round needs to repeat XV 6 times. The remaining 4 times are all worked as one single crochet. Work using the single crochet increase method. Finish them all. Keep working until you reach the yarn tail at the position of the stitch on the right side. The third round is completed. The clearer texture side is considered the right side. The blurry texture side is the wrong side. The chart starts from our 4-5. Even 1/8x means no increases or decreases for 18 single crochets. It indicates starting from the 4th round. Each round is worked even with 18 single crochets. Keep crocheting until the end of the 5th round. First, work the 4th round. Place the marker behind. Then pick up the stitch to crochet. Work single crochets without increases or decreases. Crochet until reaching the stitch right side of the marker. Tidy up the fabric piece after completing. Make the right side face out. The 4th round is completed. Then work the 5th round. Place the marker in front before crocheting. The 5th round is completed. Continue to crochet the 6th round. Move the marker position before starting each round. 4 single crochets. One increase. 13 single crochets. The 6th round is completed. The following rounds from the 7th to the 17th. The crochet method is quite simple. The stitches used have been clearly demonstrated earlier. The meaning of the increases and decreases explanation is similar to what was shown before. Just follow the stitch order in the chart and crochet the corresponding stitches. Please pay attention not to adjust the position randomly. Move the marker before starting each round to mark the beginning and ending position. Everyone, please complete them by yourselves. I won't continue demonstrating further. Look, this is what it looks like after completing round 17. Next, I'll show you a way to count the rounds. On the fabric surface, there are raised textures as your guide. Each of these raised textures represents one round you've completed. Avoid the starting position. 1 round. 2 rounds. 3 rounds. 4 rounds. 16 rounds. 17 rounds. That's a total of 17 rounds. From now on, use this method to count the rounds. Move on to round 18. Our 1/8 is 2x, asterisk 7x. A stands for single crochet decrease. Start with 2 single crochets. You need to mark the beginning of each round. I won't repeat this explanation again. Then work one single crochet decrease. Use the invisible decrease technique here. A stitch consists of these two strands of yarn. The strand closest to you is the front loop. The strand on the outer side is the back loop. Insert the hook into the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Then from front to back, insert into the front loop of the second stitch. It's a bit tricky to pick up the stitch here. Pay attention not to insert in the wrong position. There are 3 loops on the hook. Place the hook above the yarn tail. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Only 2 loops remain. Yarn over and draw through in once. One single crochet decrease is completed. Crochet using this method. The space between stitches is relatively small. The texture of the fabric looks more delicate and neat. One group of 2x is completed. Continue with the second group. First, crochet 2 single crochets. The first single crochet goes into the adjacent stitch. Pay attention not to crochet in the wrong position. After that, crochet 1 single crochet decrease. Let me demonstrate the invisible decrease technique again. Insert the hook from front to back. Pick up the front loop of the left side of the adjacent 2 stitches. Place the hook above the yarn. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. There are still 2 loops left. Yarn over and draw through in once. The single crochet decrease is done. The second group is completed. Repeat this process. Continue crocheting downward. Finally, crochet 1 single crochet. Round 18 is now completed. Next, we'll work on round 19. The method is quite simple. I've already crocheted this part in advance. After completing this round, it's time to add stuffing. Fluff up the stuffing and gently stuff it in. You can use the crochet hook to help. Once it's roughly firm, crochet the final round. After completing it, enlarge the loop. Leave a yarn tail of about 15 centimeters. Cut the yarn. Gently tighten. Remove the marker. If the fabric isn't quite firm enough, you can use this small hole to add a bit more fiber fill. Thread the yarn tail onto a needle. Weave through the front loops of the final round. Tighten the yarn tail. Pass the excess yarn tail through adjacent positions a few times. Then insert it through the center of the closing and exit through an adjacent position. Gently pull the yarn. Press the closing flat. If it's not even, repeat the process a few more times. The curve created by the increase on the head, the clearly defined side is the right side. Draw the yarn tail through from the bottom. Separate it into 2 strands. Pull one of the strands through an adjacent position. Tie both strands together with a simple knot. Hide it inside the fabric. You can do this a few more times to secure it. The head is now completed. Next, let's learn how to crochet 4 legs. Take a look at the finished product. They are all crocheted in rounds using the magic ring method, divided into front and back legs. And each front and back leg has a left and right version. The left and right here are determined based on the head facing towards you and identifying left and right accordingly. The crocheting method is similar. The new stitches used are the S-slip stitch and the T-half double crochet. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crochet method. I'll first demonstrate how to crochet the front leg. The crochet method for the first 17 rounds is relatively simple. When crocheting round 2, pay attention. Crochet while tidying up the fabric, keeping the right side facing out. I've already crocheted this part in advance. Now move on to round 18. The first 2 stitches are 2s, meaning crochet 2 slip stitches. Insert into the adjacent stitch. The crochet hook doesn't need to be above the yarn tail. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all loops on the hook in one go. The braid next to it is the slip stitch. Continue with the second stitch. Insert. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all loops on the hook in one go. The second slip stitch is completed. Now crochet 6 single crochets. Round 18 is completed. Continue to crochet round 19. 5 single crochets. At the slip stitch position, insert into the slip stitch loop and crochet. Finish the remaining part. Round 19 is completed. The following crochet method is simple. Refer to the chart by yourself. Crochet until the second to last round ends. I won't demonstrate this part. I'll explain the final round's crochet method. When crocheting this round, distinguish between the left and right legs. Crochet 21 single crochets on the left leg. Finally, 3 stitches remain. Leave them unworked. After completion, stretch the loop. Leave a yarn tail of about 5 centimeters. Cut off. The marker is not removed for now. The left front leg is done. If crocheting the right front leg, follow the markings on the chart. Crochet 4 single crochets, then break the yarn. This is the method for crocheting the front legs. The method for the back legs is similar to the front legs. Please refer to the chart and crochet until the 14th round is completed. I've already crocheted in advance. Next, crochet the 15th round. Start with 2 single crochets. Followed by 2 T, which means crochet 2 half double crochets. Yarn over once. Insert into the adjacent stitch. The hook doesn't need to be on top of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise directly. Draw the yarn through. There are 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. 1 half double crochet is completed. Move on to the second stitch. Yarn over once. Insert. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. The second half double crochet is completed. Work 2 single crochets down. 2 slip stitches. Round 15 is completed. The following crocheting methods are the same. When crocheting at the position of a slip stitch, insert into the slip stitch chain, working with both strands. Crochet the corresponding stitch. Please refer to the chart yourself. Finish the remaining parts. Cut the yarn after completing the left back leg. Don't cut the yarn after completing the right back leg. I won't demonstrate this part. After completing the right back leg, enlarge the loop. Thread the yarn ball through the loop. Pull tight. Everyone take a look. This is what it looks like after completing the back legs. After completing both front and back legs, stuff them. Cut a piece of shaping wire slightly longer than the leg. I've already cut it in advance. Take the twisty stick. Cut it in half. Wrap the twisty stick along the edge of the shaping wire. Wrap it slightly tight. No need to completely cover the shaping wire. After wrapping, insert it into the leg. The shaping wire is installed. Fill the remaining 3 legs in the same way. This is the crochet method for the legs. After completing all 4 legs, join them together. Crochet the body in rounds. In the table, CH stands for chain stitch. Please watch my demonstration for the specific crochet method. First, join the 4 legs together. Take the right back leg, the leg that hasn't been fastened off. Hang the yarn tail on the left hand. Count 4 stitches to the left. 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 3 stitches, 4 stitches. Start a new chain from the 4th stitch. 1 CH, which means to make 1 chain stitch. Insert the hook. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. Don't pull the carried yarn too tight to prevent the fabric from curling. Continue wrapping the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through to form a loop. The chain stitch is done. Gently tighten it. Work 21 single crochets in the back. Start the first stitch from the chain stitch insertion position. After completing, work 14 chain stitches. Take out the right front leg. This row was worked with 4 single crochets in the last round. Start from the stitch on the left side of the fasten off. Work 16 single crochets downward. While working, weave in the yarn tail from the fasten off. Seven chain stitches. Take out the left front leg. Count 20 stitches to the left from the fasten off position. Start from the 20th stitch. Work 16 single crochets. Don't forget to weave in the yarn tail at the fasten off position. I won't repeat the explanation. "14 chain stitches. Take out the left back leg. Start from the 21st stitch. Work 22 single crochets downward. Three chain stitches. Work one single crochet into the third stitch of the right back leg. That is the stitch on the right side of the starting chain. Tidy up the connecting chain stitches before working. Pay attention not to twist the chain stitches. The four legs are now connected. Next, work the first round. Start with 21 single crochets on the right back leg. Don't forget to mark. Now we've reached the chain stitch position. Pick up the top strand of the loop and work a single crochet. At the connecting chain stitch position, always pick up the top strand of the loop and work a single crochet, one stitch to another. Total of 14 stitches. After completing, move to the right front leg, pick up stitches, and work 16 single crochets. Work 7 single crochets into the connecting chain stitch position. Work 16 single crochets into the left front leg. Work 14 single crochets into the chain stitch position. Work 22 single crochets into the left back leg. Work 3 single crochets into the connecting chain stitch position. Finally, work 1 single crochet into the adjacent stitch. The first round is done. Remove all the yarn markers from the legs. The following crocheting method is simple. Please refer to the chart and finish them by yourself. Pay attention not to adjust the increasing or decreasing positions randomly. After completing, stretch the loop. Leave a yarn tail of about 40 centimeters. I won't demonstrate it. Everyone look. This is what the body looks like after completion. Next, crochet the belly in rounds below the legs. After completing, sew together the opening. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method. Here, to make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'll demonstrate using a different color yarn. Make a slip knot with the yarn tail. Start crocheting from the single crochet on the right side of the left back leg. Insert the hook. Pick up one like this. Pull the knotted loop through. Adjust the loop size. Don't pull the knot through the fabric. Make one beginning chain to start. Slightly tighten. Next, crochet one decrease. First insert into the placement of the beginning chain, then into the front loop of the adjacent stitch. After completing, crochet 8 single crochets. Start crocheting from the adjacent stitch. Crochet the starting tail in together as you go. If the yarn tail is too long, you can cut off the excess part. Next, crochet one decrease. Insert into the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Then into the left single crochet stitch. Crochet the decrease in the thread next to it. The decrease is done. Now we're at the connecting chain position. Pick up 2 strands of the braid and crochet. You can see this single crochet is worked into the same hole as the stitch below. Next, pick up 2 strands of each braid and work single crochets evenly. Crochet a total of 14 stitches. After completing, crochet 1 decrease. When decreasing on the right side of the leg, always insert into one strand of the edge single crochet and the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Then crochet the corresponding number of single crochets. When decreasing on the left side of the leg, insert into the front loop of the adjacent stitch and the strand of the edge single crochet. Work a decrease. Chain stitch position. Pick up 2 strands of the braid and crochet. Into the same hole as the stitch below. Follow this method. Crochet down to finish the remaining part. When decreasing on the left side of the leg, be careful not to insert in the wrong position. When reaching the previous transition yarn position, gather the yarn tail together and secure it. Round 1 is completed. Move on to crochet round 2. Work 1 decrease stitch in the first stitch. Crochet across 2 adjacent stitches. The following crochet method is relatively simple. Please refer to the chart and finish the rest on your own. Leave a yarn tail of about 40 centimeters when done. I won't demonstrate this part. Please take a look. This is what the belly looks like after completion. Next, sew together the opening of the belly. Before sewing, stuff the legs with fiber fill. Position the shaping wire around the middle of the legs. Once completed, bring the opening together using the whip stitch method. You can check by aligning the left and right legs. Leave the reserved yarn tail around the middle position between the two legs. Thread the yarn tail through the sewing needle. Insert the needle into the corresponding front and back loops along the edge. Insert from front to back. Pull tight. Sew an extra stitch at the starting position to secure. Next, insert into the next two corresponding adjacent front and back loops. Pull tight. Each time you sew, insert from front to back into the next adjacent corresponding loops. Sew them all the way down. Sew one stitch to another. Sew an extra stitch at the end to secure. Weave in the yarn tails. Using the same method as before, separate the strands and tie a knot to hide it. The belly is now completed. Next, crochet the neck. First, sew together the back half of the body, then crochet in rounds along the opening position. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crochet method. First, sew together the side of the body. Cut a piece of yarn in a different color. Thread the yarn needle. Use it to mark. Find the middle two stitches on the body and mark them. These two stitches are approximately in the middle of the front legs. If there's a big difference, adjust the position again. Find the middle two stitches and mark them. From these two stitches, go left and right. Count 16 stitches each side and mark them, not including the two marked stitches. There are 34 stitches on this side in total. Sew together the remaining stitches. Crochet the neck on the reserved side. Before sewing, you can stuff the body first. Sew the remaining stitches together, one by one. Stuff while sewing. Finally, weave in the yarn ends. Continue stuffing the body. Make it firm and even. The body is done. Now crochet the neck. Start with the first round. Hang the yarn tail on the left hand. Don't forget to tie a knot. Begin crocheting from the rightmost stitch. Make one beginning chain to start. Gently tighten. Crochet 34 single crochets downward. The first single crochet is worked into the same stitch as the chain. After completing, crochet 2 single crochets. These 2 single crochets are worked into the 2 stitches on the left side, where it was sewn. 1 single crochet. 2 single crochets. The first round is done. The working method for rounds 2 to 4 is quite simple. You can complete them on your own. I won't demonstrate here. Move on to round 5. The first half of this round is already done. Finally, crochet 1 decrease stitch. You can see there's only 1 stitch left here. From this last stitch, crochet at the position of the first stitch of this round. Round 5 is completed. Adjusted the position of the first stitch. Continue with round 6. Place markers on the first and last stitches. Start crocheting from the adjacent stitch. The working method afterward is quite simple. When counting rounds, start counting from the round with the marker as round 1. Keep crocheting down to the third to last round to finish. Stuff as you go. I won't demonstrate here. I'll demonstrate the method for the second to last round. First work 5 single crochets, 5 slip stitches. This part was completed in advance. Then skip 1 stitch and leave it unworked. From the second stitch position, work 7 slip stitches downward. Slightly enlarge the loop before working. To prevent the fabric from curling. Four single crochets. The second to last round is done. Move on to the final round. Work 4 single crochets. The final round is completed. The single crochets on this side and the opposite side are roughly in a straight line. Leave a yarn tail of about 40 centimeters. Remove the yarn marker. If it's not firm enough, you can continue stuffing. The neck is done. Next, crochet the ears. The crocheting method for both ears is similar. Both are crocheted in rounds using the magic ring technique. Insert the thin wire when working the second to last round. Watch me demonstrate the specific crochet method. Start with the right ear. R1, work 6 single crochets in the magic ring. I've already prepared this part in advance. Move on to the second round. 2 increases. One single crochet. 5 chain stitches. Starting from the second to last braid, pick up the top strand and work a single crochet. A total of 4 stitches. After completing, go to the right side single crochet insertion point. Work 1 single crochet. Then do 2 increases. One single crochet. 3 chain stitches. Start from the second to last braid. Work 2 single crochets. Work 1 single crochet at the right side single crochet insertion point. Round 2 is completed. Continue to crochet round 3. Follow the chart and finish the first half. Then work 5 single crochets. The first stitch goes into the adjacent stitch. For the remaining stitches, crochet along the braid side. Still pick up 2 strands. Work 1 increase after finishing. Insert the hook into the edge position on this side. Pick up 1 strand like this. Then pick up stitches, and work 5 single crochets. Finish the remaining part. The last increase goes in the middle of the side. Pick up 1 strand from the edge like this. Then work 3 single crochets. Round 3 is completed. Now crochet round 4. Crochet this round with the thin wire. Insert the hook into the adjacent stitch. Take the thin wire. Place the thin wire on top of the hook. Leave a part on the right side. Finish this single crochet. The thin wire is now incorporated. Work single crochets evenly around. As you crochet, bring the thin wire along with the hook on top. When working the last 2 stitches, bring along the reserved part of the thin wire. Trim off the excess. Stretch the loop. Leave a yarn tail of about 30 centimeters. Cut it off. Thread the needle with the tail. Insert the needle into the adjacent stitch. Then come out through the middle of the last stitch. Gently tighten. After finishing the yarn tail, the surface won't have visible marks. The texture looks better. Pick up the loop on the back side. Transition to the edge of 3 chain stitches. That is the right side edge. The marker doesn't need to be handled for now. Round 4 is completed. Move on to round 5. Crochet this round with gold thread. Make a slip knot with the yarn tail. Start crocheting from the first stitch of the previous round. Draw the loop through. Adjust the size of the loop. Insert into the adjacent stitch and crochet a slip stitch. Continue down and finish them. The braid next to it is the loop from the previous finish. It doesn't count as a stitch. No need to crochet here. Enlarge the loop when completed. Leave a length of about 10 centimeters. Trim off. Thread the needle. Come out from the left side braid. Then insert into the placement of the yarn tail. Gently tighten. Tie a simple knot with the starting yarn tail. Slightly tighten it. Apply glue to the knot position. To prevent the yarn tail from coming loose. The right ear is now completed. The left ear is crocheted in a similar way. Everyone can finish them on your own. Same as before, take the reserved yarn tail, and come out from the side where you crocheted 3 chain stitches, which is the left side. This is the method for crocheting the ears. Finally, crochet the tail. The tail also starts with a magic ring method. Crochet in rounds. The method is quite simple. On the final round, crochet the corresponding number of single crochets. Leave the remaining part unworked. I've already finished this part in advance. Everyone can just complete them on your own. After completing, stuff some fiberfill inside. This is what the tail looks like after finished. Next, assemble all the parts together. Start by securing the head. Thread the reserved yarn tail from the neck through a yarn needle. Position the starting stitch of the head facing forward. The side with a more noticeable curve should be on top, which is round 11. The side with 3 consecutive increases is roughly in the middle. Secure it to the head between round 10 and round 15. Insert the needle through the corresponding position on the head. And out through the edge of the neck. Pull tight. Continue by bringing the needle out through the head again. Insert into the edge of the neck. Pull tight. Sew them down gradually. Adjust the position as you sew, to prevent it from being sewn crooked. Using the previous method, separate the strands of the yarn tail, tie a knot and hide it well. The head is now securely fixed. Next, secure the 2 ears. First, locate the 6th round from the end, 10 stitches in the middle. Mark with a yarn tail. Remove the right ear after completing. The starting position has a noticeable curve. The ear with the yarn tail on the right side is the right ear. Insert into the sewing needle. Place it on the side of the head. Secure down for 4 stitches. The middle position on the side of the ear is secured with these 4 stitches. Secure by picking the back loop. Then pick from the back side of the 5th round from the end. Secure the loop on the wrong side. After completing, draw the yarn tail out from the back. Secure the left ear in the same way. After completing, draw both yarn tails out from the same position. I won't demonstrate it. Finally, tie the 2 yarn tails with a simple knot. Hide them well. The ears are now secured. Finally, secure the tail. Thread the reserved yarn tail through the sewing needle. Attach the tail between the 5th and 9th rounds on the back of the body. The side with a more noticeable curve should be on the bottom. Insert the needle into the corresponding position on the body. Pass through the edge of the tail. Tighten the yarn tail. Draw through the body. There's no specific sewing method required, just make sure it's securely fixed. Weave in the yarn tails using the previous method. The tail is now securely fixed. The main part is completed.